anybody's here with us tonight, can you reconfirm by turning that device on? Dude.
Was that a whoop? Some people go into the forest for peace. Others come back with stories they can't explain. These 6 real camping encounters are disturbing, raw, and captured on film. Let's get into the first one. And be warned, it only gets more unsettling from here. The first video of the night comes from Uncharted Travel, a solo exploration channel known for immersive visits to abandoned houses, hidden rooms, and forgotten places. It is August 29th, 2020, at a rural abandoned house in Canada. The explorer approaches the house through overgrown brush, already soaked from heavy rain. Inside, the interior is packed with unsettling artifacts: family photographs, scrapbooks, old cassette tapes with cryptic labels, and disturbing animal displays. A mouse suddenly darts out from beneath a box, startling the explorer and immediately shifting the tone. As they move further in, attention turns to the family history tied to the house, including the unexplained disappearance of one sibling and the strange, tightly controlled nature of the household.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where I'm going to be sleeping tonight. The last time I was here, there was a raccoon staying in this attic. So I'm hoping that he's gone now, and that I did.
A hidden attic room is discovered, once used as a child's bedroom and more recently occupied by a raccoon. Despite the cramped conditions, the explorer decides this will be the sleeping area for the night. A cot is set up, gear is organized, and preparations are made to spend the night alone in the confined space. The upstairs rooms are explored in more detail. Vintage clothing hangs untouched, religious plaques line the walls, and a piano sits beneath layers of dust. Letters and collages featuring deceased animals add to the house's disturbing character. Deep shadows and cluttered rooms maintain constant tension, while unexplained noises echo faintly through the structure.
There's some kind of animal wailing outside. I don't know if you can hear that. I really hope it's not upstairs where I'm trying to sleep.
As night deepens, the storm outside intensifies. Loud bangs and reverberations travel through the house, making it feel unstable and alive. Animal wailing can be heard outside, adding to the sense of unease. The explorer remains alert, keeping lights on and equipment close in case a quick exit becomes necessary.
I just took a tumble down the stairs, and it scared the life out of me. How the hell did this thing fall?
A shelving unit suddenly shifts and nearly falls down the staircase, creating a heart-stopping moment. The explorer retreats fully to the attic, secures the door, and prepares for a long night. Sleep proves difficult due to the storm, the cramped space, and the psychological strain of complete isolation. By morning, the storm has passed. The explorer emerges from the attic visibly relieved, but proud to have endured the night. Despite discomfort and anxiety, the experience stands out as one of the most unsettling overnight explorations they have documented. The combination of hidden rooms, mysterious family artifacts, and relentless weather leaves a lasting impression, a reminder of how abandoned places can feel deeply personal and deeply disturbing when explored alone. Imagine this: no phone signal, no one around, just the forest, and something moving in the distance. Would you stay the night or sprint back to your car without looking back? The next horrifying video of the night comes from Urbanormal, a UK-based paranormal and urban exploration channel specializing in immersive overnight investigations. Their approach combines camping, survival, and ghost hunting, using equipment such as K2 meters, spirit boxes, and REM pods, while capturing real-time reactions rather than staged moments. It is August 11th, 2025, at a remote German prisoner of war cemetery. The team establishes their overnight setup inside the cemetery, referring to the site as Camp Afterlife. A pop-up tent is pitched, sleeping bags are arranged, and equipment is calibrated, including K2 meters, a spirit box, and REM pods. As darkness settles, animal sounds and rustling leaves echo through the area. The team speaks quietly, discussing expectations and preparing to begin the investigation.
Where to God, I just heard footsteps out here.
Are you with us right now? And if so, come up to this red light.
Footsteps are heard moving through the grass outside the tent, though no one is visible. K2 meters flicker and respond during questioning, while distant coyote calls add to the growing tension.
Okay, so it took...
K2's going batshit crazy, guys.
Is it?
Yeah, it spiked
Okay,
up to yellow.
so
as
I
you were
just
pulling
had
out.
a flash with... So I'm under this blindfold and I still close my eyes.
One investigator puts on a blindfold and headphones to conduct a sensory deprivation session. At the same time, the K2 meter spikes violently. A sudden yellow flash of light appears, and a loud scream echoes from outside the tent. The moment shocks the entire group and sharply escalates the sense of danger.
You want to continue this, or?
No, I'm actually good, man. I'm running out of things to say. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm over here just yelling. Who's from the afterlife are most active.
If there's anybody with us tonight, can you make any of these devices go off? Make them change colors and we'll know that you're here?
Do you remember anything specific that was a good memory? There's a fluctuation.
Oh,
look, dude.
yep, there we go.
Both.
Back inside the tent, call-outs continue. Both the K2 meter and REM pod activate repeatedly, changing colors and triggering inapparent response to questions. Unexplained noises and walking sounds persist outside. Although the activity slowly tapers off as the night progresses, the equipment continues to indicate an unseen presence nearby. By morning, the cemetery appears calm and undisturbed, a stark contrast to the intensity of the night before. The team reflect on the investigation as one of their most frightening overnight experiences, citing both environmental anomalies and what they believe were direct responses from unseen entities. Despite fear and exhaustion, they leave the site with a sense of awe, unease, and respect for the history and suffering tied to the location. Quick interruption. If you're enjoying what you're watching, make sure you're subscribed. We're pushing for 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, around 70% of viewers watching aren't subscribed. If this is your first time here, or if you enjoy this kind of creepy content, subscribing is the best way to support the channel. All right, back to the video. The next chilling video of the night comes from Live 2-Day Wonderland, a family-run outdoor adventure channel documenting real-life camping trips across the United States. Their content focuses on off-season forest camping, hot tent setups, camp cooking, and quiet wilderness exploration, with occasional unsettling moments born from isolation rather than investigation. It is October 31st, 2025, at a national forest campsite in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, United States. As night settles in, the pair finishes preparing dinner over their wood stove, chicken and wild rice with garlic bread. Hot drinks follow as they sit back and take in the crisp autumn air. The forest around them is completely empty. No other campers, no passing vehicles, no nearby houses. The silence feels unusually deep, emphasizing just how isolated their off-season campsite is. Conversation remains light, but the stillness sharpens their awareness of the surrounding woods.
What is that?
While sitting quietly at camp, what sounds like a woman speaking is suddenly heard nearby. With the campsite and surrounding forest confirmed to be empty, the voice is immediately unsettling. The lack of any follow-up sound, no footsteps, no movement, allows the moment to linger uncomfortably in the silence.
The ends are kicking me out. There's no spot over there for anybody to go.
That's why the boat.
Wait.
The forest grows even quieter. Despite it being a Sunday night, there are no distant engines, no road noise, and no signs of other people. The emptiness feels unnatural, as though the area has been completely cut off. The campers comment on how strange the silence feels, and the atmosphere subtly shifts from peaceful to watchful.
Why? You wanted that.
It was really dark and there's really lots of clear and walk away.
Kind of weird. What are you talking about? Are you serious? What do you mean, what ran into? Are you sure?
I'm dead serious.
Later that night, one of the campers notices something in the darkness and urgently asks for a flashlight. No clear threat is identified, but the sudden movement, combined with the earlier voice and prolonged silence, creates a brief surge of tension. Whether it is an animal or a trick of the light remains unclear, but the moment leaves them shaken. The following morning, the campers reflect on the experience. While they never feel directly threatened, the unexplained sounds and intense quiet of the forest made the night feel unusually eerie, especially on Halloween. The trip is ultimately framed as a memorable off-season camping adventure, balancing solitude and beauty with subtle unease. The video closes on scenic forest views, appreciation for nature, and anticipation for future autumn and winter camping trips. Some threats are obvious. Others drift silently through the dark, unnoticed until it's far too late. It's those shadowy, unseen forces that haunt us long after the sun comes up. The next shocking video of the night comes from Creepy Outdoors, a Canadian-based paranormal and outdoor exploration channel focused on solo nighttime investigations in forests and remote locations. The approach relies on real-time reactions, minimal editing, and spirit box communication to document possible responses as they occur. It is July 7th, 2025, in an unspecified forested area in Canada.
Hey, Creepy Outdoors here. Tonight I'm going to be doing another ghost walk with the spirit box. So hopefully we catch something tonight, and hopefully it won't be too scary. Probably gonna walk deeper in the forest, and we'll fast forward till then. Okay, we're a bit deeper in the woods now, and I've already gotten a few pickings, so I'm gonna start with...
The investigation begins with the creator entering the forest alone, already surrounded by darkness. Armed with a spirit box, he explains that he is conducting another ghost walk, hoping to capture something paranormal. As he moves deeper into the woods, the environment becomes tighter and more enclosed, with spider webs brushing against him and insects filling the air. He notes having already picked up unexplained noises earlier. While calling out and asking if anyone is present, he suddenly reacts with alarm, responding to an unexpected sound or possible reply from the darkness.
Yeah. I thought I heard yeah. Are you following me?
During continued questioning through the spirit box, a clear and sudden "yeah" appears to come through. The volume and clarity of the response visibly unsettle him, breaking the rhythm of the walk. As he continues moving, the investigator asks directly whether something is following him. He laughs nervously, but the reaction betrays growing discomfort. Aside from the spirit box and faint night sounds, the forest remains otherwise quiet. Preparing to leave, he states that the last time he asked a question, he received an answer. He offers one final opportunity for anything present to respond, pausing in the darkness as he listens closely.
I thought I heard something behind me. Are you behind? Thanks for watching, everyone. This was Creepy Outdoors.
Just before ending the investigation, he believes he hears something behind him. The reaction is immediate, prompting a quick conclusion and departure from the area. The investigation remains subtle but tense, built on brief spirit box responses, sudden sounds, and the investigator's increasing unease as he moves alone through the forest. No visual apparitions are captured, but the repeated sense of interaction and the final sound from behind him leads to an early exit. The video closes with the creator thanking viewers and confirming that more paranormal outdoor investigations will follow, leaving the encounter unresolved and open to interpretation. The woods are full of sounds, but it's footsteps that don't belong that truly rattle us. It's not creatures we fear most. It's the sudden, silent presence of another person, just watching. The next video of the night comes from Exploring with Bear, a US-based channel focused on real-time outdoor adventures, abandoned place exploration, and cryptid investigations. Bear typically films solo or with minimal backup, favoring immersive first-person footage with little editing, allowing viewers to interpret events for themselves. It is February 27, 2025, in a remote forested area of the United States, commonly referred to by the creator as Shadow Figure Forest.
I just got the freaking chills, man. Oh, my whole body's chilling. Right in there, I swore I seen something move back in there and over there.
As daylight begins to fade, Bear documents multiple unusual tree structures, nests, circular formations, snapped trunks, and peeled bark positioned unusually high. The sun drops quickly, plunging the forest into darkness and cold. As he moves deeper between the structures, distant rustling can be heard, and fleeting movement is spotted between the trees, steadily raising tension.
Is that a whistle?
Bear notices more movement and begins hearing unexplained whistles. One of the sounds appears to respond directly to a noise he makes himself. He describes a strong, unmistakable feeling of being watched as the forest closes in around him.
That tree. I kid you not. Man, I gotta get this light off in my face. Hold on. Two big things. I mean, I couldn't get a good look at it, but I could tell it was something like moving.
A white shape briefly appears behind a tree before vanishing. After taking a short break to recharge equipment, Bear returns to the area and sets up camp among the structures. He recalls earlier sightings of two large figures moving behind trees, reinforcing the sense that he is not alone.
Just red eyes. That was some kind of growl. I did not want to hear that. Not alone. Something here is big that makes that noise. At least that was a little...
From the campsite, Bear reports seeing red reflective eyes in the darkness. Deep growls, whoops, and low vocalizations are heard from close by. The sounds feel heavy and deliberate, clearly unsettling him as they continue around the camp.
That was vocals. Right there. That was coming right up behind me. It's time to leave.
The noises persist, including repeated growls, similar to those Bear has recorded on previous visits. Believing something is approaching from behind, he extinguishes the fire and begins to leave the area. The camera cuts as he exits the forest, prioritizing safety over documentation. By the time Bear leaves, the forest has fallen silent again. However, the growls, whistles, red eyes, and brief visual encounters leave a lasting impact. He reflects on the night as one of his most frightening solo experiences, emphasizing the intensity of the activity and the risks of entering areas he believes are actively occupied, especially alone. Before we get into the next clip, around 70% of people watching aren't subscribed. We're working toward 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you're enjoying the video, hitting subscribe really does help. All right, let's get back to it. The last video of the night comes from Stella Hikes, a solo hiking channel documenting real-time life on long-distance trails. Her videos blend personal reflection with practical trail logistics, wildlife encounters, and the mental realities of hiking alone for extended periods. It is May 1st, 2023, in the United States, along sections of the Appalachian Trail near Port Clinton, Pennsylvania.
Camp spot. Unless I just take that one that's back there. Oh, a little firing right here. Okay. I mean, I'm right on trail. It's never that great. And it's like, where does the tent go? On the trail, literally. It's not good. Good thing to do. Oof. Not sure. Okay, so I decided to have dinner and then set up camp. So I'm sitting here on my mat at the view, and I think I'm gonna set up my tent over here somewhere. Kind of like really close to the trail, unfortunately. But I'll probably be out before anyone else even hikes near, like even passes by. So I'm not gonna set up my tent or anything. I'm just gonna lay down my ground sheet and cowboy camp. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna rain. I'll double check the weather though. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel a little more nervous than I usually do. I think just because that guy that I saw, like, he just had like a weird look in his eye, and it felt like, what if he comes back up? Like, what if he's like ill-intentioned, and like he was going the other direction and talking about getting into Port Clinton, but I don't know, it's just like I keep trying to like not think about it. But also just like...
After hiking several miles from Port Clinton, Stella reaches the Dan's Pulpit area, a scenic overlook above the valley. She pauses to take in the view and scans the area for potential camping spots. The trail is quiet, broken only by occasional wildlife, squirrels moving alongside the path, and deer silhouetted against the fading light, reinforcing how alone she is. She notices a nearby shelter and considers stopping for the night. It appears mostly empty, with just one hiker present. As daylight fades, the isolation begins to weigh on her. She thinks through her options carefully, drawing on past experience, as the calm beauty of the hike slowly shifts into cautious awareness.
Being aware, but it'd be like, there's like 2 campsites that I passed that and nobody was there. I haven't seen anyone. I was hoping there might be some more people around, but yeah, I mean, I could have been at those bigger campsites, like places to camp down below. It's highly, highly unlikely that he would come up here and then do something mean or something to me. But I am feeling all alone, and I'm probably gonna call my sister right now because just to let her know how I'm feeling and that I feel unsafe, and so she can be kind of aware that I should be reaching out, maybe throughout the night or in the morning and stuff like that. Thankfully I have service right here. I also just feel I don't know, a little bit more worried about snakes. I guess we're coming into snake season. There's so many rocks around, and I think that's where snakes live. So
At the shelter, Stella briefly interacts with the lone southbound hiker. Almost immediately, she describes feeling a weird vibe. Trusting her instincts, she decides not to stay. She fills her water bottle quickly and moves on, remaining alert as she continues down the trail, alone. The short encounter introduces a quiet but persistent tension as darkness approaches.
tarp because it started raining on me. Yeah, so it started raining while I was just cowboy camping. Terrible. But it's kind of stopped, and then I was like, could I just go back to sleep and it'll go away? Can I just put my tent over me and not set it up? And I was like, no, what if it starts to thunderstorm or something? So I just got up and I just put it up, but it's...
Later, Stella attempts to cowboy camp near the trail, laying out her ground sheet to rest while enjoying the open surroundings. Without warning, rain begins to fall, forcing her to set up her tent quickly in the dark. Managing wet conditions, rocky terrain, and limited visibility, she reflects on personal safety and the vulnerability that comes with being alone. The night becomes more stressful as she adapts to the weather and secures camp. Although nothing overtly dangerous occurs, the day leaves behind a quiet but lasting tension. What lingers isn't the encounter itself, but the decision that followed it. The moment Stella chose to listen to a feeling she couldn't fully explain. On long-distance trails, danger rarely announces itself clearly. More often, it arrives as a subtle change in atmosphere, a sense that something no longer feels right. By moving on, she doesn't just avoid a potential risk. She affirms that intuition is part of experience, not fear. The video closes with her safely inside her tent, underscoring a deeper truth of solo travel. Survival isn't only about strength or preparation, but about recognizing when to trust the voice that tells you to keep going. Thanks for watching. If those 6 encounters rattled you, be sure to give the video a like and subscribe for more creepy content every week. The next mystery might be even darker than this one.